call me Mr. Boom.
What's up, guys? So today's the day I was waiting for. Just got a package from UPS, and I already know what it is because it got a tracking number on it. So I knew what it was at the time. It's in this big old box. Take a look. So as you can see, it's a Rocket Bunny kit that I ordered. I'm literally so excited. So I bought the FRS Rocket Bunny kit. No, I don't have an FRS, but I'm basically going to be making this to fit my car. There's a couple people with TCs who've done this, but the thing that makes this significant and different is that this kit is plastic, so therefore I can mold it to the car, shape it, cut it, all that stuff way easier than you can do with fiberglass. So there's some people who've done stuff like this, and they do a lot of cutting and Bondo, fiberglass, this and that. Yeah, I'm not a body guy, so I'm not going to attempt to do all that, especially since there's been some people that I've seen, do that kind of stuff for like years, like a year or two, working on the project to make sure everything's perfect, just because you have to shape everything so well and everything. And personally, I don't have the time. It would take me forever. So yeah, I'm gonna be going Rocket Bunny, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. Not sure. I'm gonna try and record as much stuff of it as I can, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I'm really excited. I've been wanting to do this for over a year, and there's been people who have already done it. They may think that they're the originators, that they had their original thought, but just because I wasn't able to obtain it yet, I've been wanting to do this for a while. So yeah, I'm excited, and excited to take you guys on a journey with me. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so the kit fits a little bit differently on the TC. So the flare is actually kind of too long. And the arch is a little bit different. So if I pull it back to meet the same shape, all of this goes back. So one of the ideas that I'm playing with is possibly cutting here and then continuing the shape right there, and then just using this bulk piece. I'm not sure yet. I'd kind of like to keep this. It's kind of cool, but I'll have to play around, and I'm gonna have to take the actual fender off because there's no real way to get a good fit. Alright, for the rear. So, just the size, it's to sit low on the side skirt at the bottom of the flare. That's pretty much how low the flare's got to sit, and obviously that ruins my fitment. So, I guess one of the things that I'm thinking about right now is whether or not we're going to be able to be flush. What's my goal? I don't know. There's no real way to lift that. I guess one of the ideas that I had for this was kind of similar to the front. So, kind of like trace this shape and follow that along here, down, and cut up to here, and just put it up a little bit more. The only thing is, am I going to be okay with the gap here, or do I need to make sure that that goes all the way down? Huge gap, right? And obviously the inner fender part is keeping this one off of it, and there's a tab right there. So I don't know. It's a little bit harder on this one, I think. Definitely gonna have to think about some stuff. This is the spare fender that I have. I ended up having to get a new one because of this little dent that I had. Happened from my tire going up into the bottom of the fender when I hit a bump. But yeah, so I'm using this to make the cut, and so basically this is how my planning is looking. So the first step, I'm going to work my way up to what works, what doesn't work. So the first plan is to cut all this right here and fit the flare. Let's see. So basically, as you can tell, I'm just going to have to move a little bit. I'm trying to keep the same profile, so it's not actually going to go any lower than what the stock fender sits. So I'm working on basically fitting that over. And what I'm going to do is, this piece right here leaves, the way it curves, it leaves this huge gap behind the front tire, and I kind of don't like it. And I know that the Rocket Bunny kit does that, but it leaves, I feel like it leaves an excessive gap on the PC. So I'm going to try and pull it out a little bit, kind of see if I can't close that gap out maybe an inch or so. That's the first plan. So leave it as it is and heat that up with a heat gun and pull it out. If I can do that, the next step is going to be, I'm going to make a couple of slits right here and somewhere in here. That way to give me some more leverage to pull. And then I'll figure out how I'm going to seal it back up or whatever. They make plastic putty and so there's methods I can use to close it back up. So I'm not too worried about all that. If that doesn't work, my final contingency plan is to do this. So anything that you see that's covered in the white masking tape represents stuff that's going to be cut off, so it won't be there. So oftentimes when you see with fender flares, you don't have all this extra stuff right here. It's literally just the part that goes over the fender, and then it usually stops right here. Sometimes they have it and it tapers down. But this is the final plan. If all else doesn't work, I'm gonna do this to kind of keep a steady curve going. The Rocket Bunny kit has this little arch that goes up to kind of follow the body line, and that goes up to the headlight on the EphRem. And then same thing here, going along with the shape, and then stopping here because this would be about where a normal flare would stop, and it's also where all this extra stuff happens. So that's what I'm looking at. Also, the back end of this obviously is going to have to be trimmed because the fender on the TC isn't as long. So yeah, just a brief oversight of what I'm looking at. Show you guys real quick how I plan on doing the rear flare. So again, the white masking tape represents what I'm going to cut. The shape of this, at least like the curvature, and if it sits like this, it sits differently on the TC than the FRS because of how they have the wheel well. So this would be right against the or the top of the side skirt. So this portion over here, if I sit like this, it comes up on the TC and it's too far up, and I need to bring it down on the wheel well. So I decided, I kind of played around with it and turned it a little bit and brought it down, and did some finagling. So I found that if I pivot it down a little bit and I cut straight across here, it brings this down enough to where it fits the curve of the wheel well. Now it does come up a little bit past the bumper. So the back bumper actually, where the line is from where it disconnects and meets the quarter panel, comes up somewhere like right here. So I'm going to have to make a cut here, and also leave a gap here. So I'm going to do some playing around with the rear fender cap. It's going to be a process, but so far I'm making progress of what exactly I'm going to do to make this work better than it works now, at least. Alright guys, so I've been working on the Rocket Bunny kit, and I pretty much have the front fenders done, the front flares done. Minor things that I'm gonna have to do, but I think for the most part it's done. So basically how it's gonna sit, and people have actually been like giving me crap about this. Normally people would cut their fenders all the way out here, but I'm trying to do as minimal cutting as possible, only because I want to keep the integrity of my car, just in case I ever decide to go backwards. I can buy new fenders. But as far as like the quarter panel, can't really. I mean, you can get new ones loaded in, but that's one expensive, and I don't really want to have to do that. So I'm not even cutting the rear quarter panel. I'm actually cutting and shaping the flare to fit the car. But just to kind of give you an idea, this is what the flare looks like. It's, like I said, there's some minor things I'm going to have to adjust. I actually cut just a little too much down there, but I can fix that. But yeah, I'm really excited. I spent all day yesterday getting this done. That was just taped up because one of my contingency plans was to, if I couldn't get the shape of the flare to fit how I wanted it to, especially with this back part right here. Whenever I tested it on the car, I just felt like it left too much space behind the tire, and I felt like trying to look right. So my contingency plan was to kind of use the flare as like you would any other like universal stuff. You know, stuff that doesn't have all this extra, you know, crap, whatever. So the tape just kind of symbolizes what would be cut off. So I'm gonna have to mount this fender either this week or next week, just kind of make sure how the fitment is and whatnot. And yeah, see if I like it. But currently working on the rear quarter panel, and I have most of the cutting done. I just have a little bit left. This is what it's looking like right now. So again, the blue signifies what is going to be cut. Well, I know this is going to be cut for sure right there at the bottom. I'm playing around with this idea of cutting a little bit off of the inner portion, only because no matter how I put it on the car, it doesn't allow my tires to get flushed anymore. It's just a little bit low, so I'm trying to figure that out. But we'll see how it works. But just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Guess we'll see how the other stuff goes. Alright.